What's up, YouTube? BK with BK Gaming 9000 here. It is Friday. You know what that means. We're back on the division. It is the vendor reset. Let's go ahead and see what the vendors have for us this week. Like last week, I'm going to be skipping over things that I don't think are very important. And I'm going to be touching up on the weapons, 256 gear pieces, and stuff like that. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right on into it. So we're going to skip down here into the X45, which has Expert and Determined. We have a Vector 45 ACP with Determined, Sustained, and Vicious. The LVOAC with Adept, Vicious, and Deadly. Not horrible there, but not amazing like the other one. We have a military M870 with Unforgiving, Sustained, and Vicious. An SRS A1 with Balanced, Skilled, and Capable. And a military M60E4 with Self-Preserve, Commanding, and Unforgiving. Like I said before, we're going to be rolling over these, and I will show you guys the attributes of them. We got a vigorous chest piece with a health. We got a striker harness. Just remember that the armor is going to change in 1.6. It's going to all be health, so keep that in mind with the plus 1000 armor that is going to change. We have resourceful backpack. Knee pads. I really don't know how that's going to be, but this actually is pretty decent with the Alpha Bridge knee pads, considering it's plus 3000 health and not armor. That's pretty decent right there. We have a sturdy holster. There could be better rolls on the stamina and electronics. Cunning gloves. We have a prototype stamina mod with also plus 1623 health, so like I said before. And then we have a plus 7% turret health for the prototype performance mod. We have a quick release magazine, a loud vent brake, not bad for that one. Vertical grip, and then we have a scope, which I wouldn't pick that one up. So let's head on over here to the blueprints. I'd like to see what they have over here now. We did get that extended mags last week. We have a Model 700 blueprint, which is a marksman rifle. So if you're interested in that, check that out. We have a first wave PF45, which is a hand cannon. Stamina mask blueprint. Firearms vest. So if you're looking to get anything other than the Barrett's bulletproof vest, that could be your outsource. And we have a small grip and a performance gear mod. So that'll do it for the blueprints. And let's head on upstairs. Alright, agents. So we're here at the advanced weapon vendor. Let's go ahead and see what he has. Now remember, some of these named weapons like the pecan and stuff like that are going to have some different trait talents that are specific to the weapon when 1.6 drops. So if you want to learn more about that, I believe they posted some things on their site. But let's get on right into it. Starting with the custom PF45 with Expert and Destructive on it. It's pretty decent. I like Destructive on my pistols, especially when I'm trying to finish someone off. We have an MP7 with Accurate, Meticulous, and Responsive. Not horrible. I'd probably re-roll Meticulous for something else. We have a classic FAL with Intense, Determined, and Skilled. A Super 90 with Meticulous, Accurate, and Responsive. A Surplus SVD with Prepared, Determined, and Disciplined. And then we have an Infantry MG5 with Commanding, Capable, and Competent. Next, for our mods, we have a High Velocity magazine. We have a large suppressor. We have a hand stop. Not horrible hand stop. And then we have an ACOG scope, which I would probably pass on. So everybody knows I like to come over here and check out what the Dark Zone vendor has for us. So let's do just that. And we have a military MK46 with Meticulous, Competent, Adept. Gunslinger holster. A prototype performance mod. Vertical grip. And that'll do it for that one. Let's head on over to the weapons and the gear guy over here and see what item he has. He's got a military M870 Predatory, Competent, and Fierce on it, as well as a PEQ-15 laser. Not bad. Next for the gear vendor, let's go ahead and see what he's got. He's got a Spec Ops pack with an Inventive on it. I would probably pass on that. And then a prototype performance mod with 7% mobile cover health. If you like using the mobile cover, grab that. Let's head on over to DZO2. Okay, agents, now that we're here at DZO2, let's see what the Dark Zone gear vendor has for us today. We have the Spec Ops mask. We have a Spec Ops armor piece with Vigorous. We have an operator pack with Inventive again. We have a tactical pad with Prosperous. We have an operator holster with Steadfast. And then we have tactical gloves with Cunning rolled towards firearms. So definitely something to think about. Let's head on over to DZ03. Alright, agents, now that we're here in DZ03, let's see what the weapons vendor has for us today. For the pistols, you got a 9.3R with expert and skill. We have a converted SMG9 with brutal, capable, and swift on it. We have a custom P416 G3 with swift, capable, and prepared. An M870 Express with sustained, unforgiving, and talented. A SOCOM M1A with skilled, deadly, and commanding. And then an MG5 with swift, destructive, and accurate. That one's actually not too bad, but the DMG could be a little bit higher. So let's head on over to DZ04. Okay, agents, now that we're here in DZ04, let's see what the gear mod vendor has for us today. We have a prototype electronics mod with a plus 1% critical hit chance. And then we have a prototype performance mod with a plus 6% first aid self-heal, which is actually pretty decent. So if you're into that, go ahead and pick those up. Let's see you guys in DZ05. Now that we're here in DZ05, let's see what the mod vendor has for us this week. We have an extended magazine with a 95.5% magazine size. I would pass on that. We have an Osprey 45 suppressor. We have a hand stop, as well as a 5.52 hollow sight. So if any of those interest you, go ahead and pick it up, and I will see you guys in DZ06. Alright, agents, now that we're here in DZ06, let's see what the special vendor has for us today. We got the Predator's Mark mask. We have a D3 FNC vest. We have a Firecrest micro shuttle pack. We have a Deadeye positioning brace with armor that will remember that's going to change to health. We have a Lone Star holster. And we have Firecrest gloves, which are actually pretty decent Firecrest gloves. So if you're into those, go ahead and grab those. And then as always, we have our Dark Zone Seal cast. So that'll do it for the vendor reset this week, guys. If you guys enjoyed the video, please smash that like button, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you guys in that next one. Peace.